Hello,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm doing very well. How about yourself?
I'm okay. How old are you?
I am 29.
29. And your name is Naughty?
Yeah, Nikki Nubian. Naughty, because I'm naughty.
Okay, I got it. I got it. That's why I was like,
Subscribe
I was like,
now.
before I ask, let me figure out. So, what do you got for me? We're all over the place tonight.
We
So,
we are. I've been sitting with you from the start. I do want to start by saying, and I feel you. My mind is everywhere as well because there's been a lot of interesting conversations. Um, I do want to start off saying that I am with you when it comes to domestic abuse
hmm
and of false accusations and all of that stuff. Um,
hmm
and I definitely agree. If you can't come with the facts, then please save all of that. Another thing that I wanted to touch on was um, I kind of forgot. Now that I'm here, another thing that I did want to touch on with the last conversation was, well, not the last one, but the one before that
okay.
was,
The mother?
well, there was a couple of mothers
Right.
actually, but there was one. We did touch on the fact that yes, you can definitely raise your kid, but facts is facts. People raise their kids differently. You know, it's different touches of things like that. So you don't really know who your kid is going to date. You know, people actually
Yeah,
present.
I don't know. I mean, me people, I think, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Once your kid is outside dealing
Mm-hmm.
with a woman,
Mm-hmm.
it could happen. It could
Exactly.
happen. So
Exactly.
I asked the original question: are modern women dating out of fear or laziness?
I think a lot of people are really dating out of fear. I think it's actually both. I'm really 50-50. And the reason why I say both is because fear, one, people are hurt of, from trust and stuff like that. But I think it's also laziness because a lot of people don't want to put in that work.
Are you saying people? Are you saying men or women?
I'm
Which one?
thinking, well, I can only speak for women. I think women don't want to kind of put in that work, honestly. Like we can sit here and look cute all day, but if you can't present nothing and offer anything to the
How many?
table, then
How many men? If you had to guess,
yeah.
how many men could the average woman date before it starts to affect her mentally?
Mm. If they're in the dating scene, I'll probably say I'm really just gonna really throw out a number. I'm gonna probably say five. If it doesn't work out, then they should start probably questioning.
Well, I'm talking about mental. So basically, I don't
Mhm.
think women are. In my opinion, women really aren't structured to be dating.
Yeah,
Damages the average women. You're not supposed to do. Dating is new.
yeah.
So at what point should women start to recognize if I've dated more than so many people, I've got mental issues?
Like how many guys?
Yeah.
Uh, I think they should. I think they should really start with. I'm gonna say maybe two to really start to figure out if it's
Now
something
you
that they
understand.
really
Now you
want.
understand. No, no. What I'm trying. I'm not trying to. What I'm trying to say is the
Mm,
average woman in this country. If you
yeah.
say you start dating at age 16,
Mm,
let's age your high school sweetheart. Okay. Then you have one or two boyfriends in your college years. All right. Most women would have been married by that time,
mm,
70, 80 years ago. Women didn't get a chance to date 30 guys, have sex with 40 guys.
mm.
At what point should the average woman say, I've had one boyfriend, two boyfriend, three boyfriend, one, two, three dates. I've been out with seven different men I would call relationships, 3 months or longer. Because the women are going into because what you said is women are going into the marketplace fearful because of traumas. Well, then you got to address that.
Right.
And how many before that happens? Just how many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop? I
Yeah.
think probably three. I think three relationships before y'all are all mentally warped.
Hmm. And I definitely agree. And the reason why I agree is because it really takes those type of conversations, the right conversations, one, to really figure out if it's something that you want to do, one, to put yourself out there, but then two, what do you need to do as an individual to see if you really want to do this
Do
before,
do what?
if you really want to date, like if you have something to offer. I feel like
Well,
you,
unless you're making 2.5, unless you make enough money, it ain't really a requirement. I don't think. See, I guess I'm gonna disconnect with you on this because
mhm,
I don't think women have an option to date.
yeah,
And in the black community, 74% of black women make less than $50,000.
mhm,
You can't live on 50 grand.
mhm, that's true.
9% of black women make over $75,000.
Hmm.
So all this, I don't know what I have to offer, whatever. Uh, then how you gonna live?
That is true. So can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
My question is, I have to ask you this question, even though you're asking us.
Mm-hmm.
I probably did miss like the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes, but my question is, do you feel like we are dating out of fearful or laziness?
Both. I think women are dating out of fear. I think
Hmm.
women date out of fear because when you talk to the average woman, I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to pick wrong. I don't want this. I don't want that. And
Right?
why are you going into dating is not supposed to be a fear-based thing.
Hmm.
You're not supposed to walk into relationships and dating worried
With,
about the worst.
yes,
And if you're
very
coming
true.
into it worried about the worst, you need a mental evaluation.
Hmm.
And if you're worried about the worst based upon your lived experiences, you need a mental clearing.
Hmm.
My grandmother and my women shouldn't, and the problem is women have too many bodies,
Hmm.
whether that's sex partners or whether that's emotional partners. You guys are dealing with too many men. Social media is allowing women to basically, if you think of men as food, women are obese because you have too much contact. We're supposed to live in towns of 5,000 is the largest human settlement. Supposed to live really in roughly 500 people, 250 men and women, males and females. You're not supposed to date this many people. You're supposed to find somebody, marry them, be on. We're not
Hmm.
supposed to live in cities of a million and be disconnected, living in little boxes.
Hmm.
So now, how many women are getting to know this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy? I like this guy. It didn't work. Trauma. Then I'm gonna take this trauma to this guy,
Hmm.
and it didn't work. Double trauma. Then I'm gonna find this guy. Triple trauma. And I haven't got any of this worked out. When you should have end up being married to the guy you had sex with the first time and been off the grid.
Hmm.
That's y'all. Bottom line, ladies, you're not built to date. You're not built for multiple men.
Hmm. And the reason why I agree with you is because we do try to, like you said, it's taste testing. I'm not saying like sexually, but I'm just saying like if we getting to know these guys, and one, I feel like that's time wasted. When you're getting to know these people and then having these conversations, and the conversations can be so weak as far as what you're doing every single day when you're a working woman and
See, the thing
the
is,
story's the
you
same.
shouldn't even be getting to know a guy. If you go out with a man, you should be interviewing for what you can do to be his wife. Y'all shouldn't be
Hmm.
getting to know nobody. Y'all
Hmm.
should really be to the point to where, hello, hello, I clicked hello.